Hi, Todd with Jerry's Garage. So we have a lot of customers call and they say, hey, my AC is not working. How can I put, Freon in my vehicle? It's pretty straightforward. So you go to the auto parts store and you can buy various Freon kits. So this one is my favorite where it says no tools needed. Do not buy this, it's a waste of money. Whereas this kit is a little bit better because it has a built-in gauge, and remember it's got the yellow, the red, and the green, and the green is where ultimately you want that gauge to go. So to hook this up, it's got a little nozzle here, and you're going to find your AC port, which is right here. You're going to take the cap off, and then you're going to put this down on there, and then you're going to pull this trigger until you get into the filled part of the dial. Okay? Don't worry about hooking this up to the wrong place. It will only hook up to your low side fitting. You're going to have a high side fitting, a low side fitting. They're different sizes, so this will only go to your low side. I do recommend that you follow the directions for optimal results. If it doesn't work out so well, give us a call at the shop. So I just showed you how to use a basic AC refill kit that you can get at any automotive store. If you really want to do it, always make sure you get the more expensive one that has the gauge for the low side. So the reason why we generally don't recommend that you do this is because you're only getting half the picture. You have a high side and a low side represented here on our AC machine, with the blue being the low side and the red being the high side. The other reason why we don't recommend the do-it-yourself deals is this unit has a built-in scale that's very, very accurate. When you look at any vehicle, usually around the radiator or up on the hood, it's going to tell you exactly how much Freon the AC takes. You can see this right here on this one, and it will tell you the exact weight of Freon that you want to put in. So when you use one of these kits, you have no way of knowing how much Freon you're putting in it. You're just guessing that when your low side is in the green that it's going to work. And these systems are very critical about having the exact amount of Freon. So realistically, I can't tell you how many of these bring in new customers because they're like, well, my AC wasn't working so good, and then I charged it and now it's working even worse. Well, what we end up having to do is find out exactly how much Freon is supposed to be in there. We hook our machine up to it, pull all the Freon out, we weigh it to find out if it had the proper amount, if it had too much or too little, and then what we do is we put the proper charge back in. We've actually never had a vehicle after somebody's used one of these have the proper amount of Freon. And these systems are so critical. If you have a little bit too much or just not enough, it's not going to work properly. And that's why we have to use our several $1,000 AC machine to keep you cool in this summertime gas. So if you do not want to risk the do-it-yourself method, give us a call at the shop and we'll keep you cool this summer.